Welcome back, everybody, to the Unstruggle Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Glenn. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So excited to have you guys here. If you don't mind, share this episode with your friends and family on social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't really care. Just share it. I'm so glad that you got any kind of value from the episode that you want to share it. And the only way that we grow and the only way that the podcast prospers is by you sharing it on social media. Make sure if you share on Instagram to tag me at unstruggle_mindset. I appreciate it. Any way that you can help the podcast. Thank you guys so much. On today's episode, on Tuesday, we talked about habits and how habits can change your life and how they can either change your life for the good or the bad. And I touched a little bit on morning routines. So today we are going to be going a little bit more in depth and a little bit deeper into power mornings and morning routines. Now, I believe last year I touched on this subject. So we're going to revisit this a little bit. So if you follow me on social media for a while, you'll hear me talk a lot about morning routines and the importance of having a really solid set of your day as soon as you wake up. So why is this so important? You'll hear just about anybody successful, anybody in the personal development field, anybody's going to talk about this. Tony Robbins talks about his morning routine just about anytime he's in an interview. As soon as he wakes up, he starts with his stretching and his gratitude. He starts each day with gratitude. He's grateful for everything that he has. And gratitude is a big practice in the personal development field. And it's a big practice that we share with our clients and with our students. So first of all, when it comes to your morning routine, there's a couple principles that you want to make sure that you fit in to the start of your day. So let's get started. Let's break everything down. And what better way to start than with gratitude? So with gratitude for myself, now, I'm not here to push any kind of opinion on anybody. I'm not here to push any kind of ways on anybody. But for myself, I start each day with prayer. You know, I am a follower of Jesus Christ. I'm a follower of God. I'm a Christian. So I start each day with prayer. I talk to the big guy upstairs. You know, that's just how I start my day. I'm thankful for the day that he's given me. I'm thankful for every blessing that he's given me. You know, I'm thankful to have a roof over my head. I'm thankful to have this loving family with my wife and my 3 kids. I'm thankful to have my support network for anybody watching this on YouTube or for anybody listening to the audio on the podcast. You know, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for everything that I'm able to do on a daily basis. You know, I've had a very rough life going to only be 33 years old. And it's a blessing that I'm here, and it's a blessing that we're all here because, you know, there's a couple people that did not wake up this morning. So the fact that we are here is a blessing. And if you're one of those people that don't believe in God and you don't believe in Jesus, you know, I'm not here to push my ways on you, but that's just me. That's what I do. So for those that don't, it's, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you can just be grateful, be grateful for life. Be grateful for what you have. And it's so easy to get trapped in well, my house sucks. Well, this is falling apart. This is falling apart. My job sucks. My boss is an asshole and things like that. It's so easy to get trapped into the negative. And when we start our day like that, the entire day is going to fall to shit real quick. It's a complete domino effect. So we're going to start each day with gratitude. That way it starts on a positive note. We're going to wake each day, stretch out, take a couple deep breaths, get everything going real good, breathe in the positive energy. I'm grateful for this life. Thank you so much for letting me wake up. Thank you so much for this beautiful day. Thank you so much for my comfy bed. Thank you so much for the house that I live in. Thank you so much for the fact that I have a job to go to. Thank you so much for I have a car to get to that job, because there's a lot of people that have to walk to work because they can't afford a car. Thank you so much for my wife, my kids. Thank you for my girlfriend, my boyfriend. Thank you so much for my husband. Thank you so much for my dog, my cat. For me, thank you so much for my snakes. I'm grateful for I have hot water to take a shower. There's so many things that we take for granted in the world that so many people have to live without because they have no choice. And it's one of those things that if you don't consider it, you're never going to think about it. Like, we take hot showers every single day, and there's some people that don't even have clean water. And if you're not grateful for that, there's something wrong. So we start each day with gratitude for everything that we have, no matter how minimal. So gratitude, number one, always. Number two, I always start with a cold shower. Why do I start with a cold shower? If you don't know the benefits of a cold shower, you could check out my episode of the Wim Hof method, the benefits of a cold shower, but I'll briefly touch right now. So starting your day with a cold shower, number one, it's going to get that body pumping. It's going to get you going. It's going to work better than a cup of coffee, than your Monster energy drink, or your Red Bull. It's going to give you, Red Bull may give you wings, but a cold shower is going to light a rocket under your ass. So the cold shower is a great start. Not only is it going to get you pumping, it's going to get your brain stimulated. Okay. It's going to get your brain from 0 to 60 immediately. So from there, and I'm not saying for me, myself, I've been doing it so long, I literally take a cold shower. I literally turn the water all the way down as cold as it'll go. And then I literally wash myself, wash my hair, everything. I'll take a 10-minute ice cold shower. But most people will only get in, turn the cold water on, and stay in there 15, 20 seconds. That's all. It's really all you need. So cold shower, it's going to get your body pumping. It's going to get that brain stimulated. It's going to stimulate your nerves. Not only that, but it's going to boost your immune system. It's going to give you a whole lot of energy. So you get out of your cold shower. So you're going to start your day with gratitude, get a cold shower, and then you're going to come out. Number three, I go into my meditation for 10 minutes. Now, meditation, I know a lot of people frown upon it. They think it's a bunch of woo-woo. So let me break down meditation to you. Number one, meditation is not about getting into, how do I put this? It's not about, going into another world, or it's not about going, like worshiping anything. It's about calmness. It's about stillness. It's about being in the moment. It's about just relaxing and being where you're supposed to be. So being in the moment really brings clarity to what you're trying to accomplish. So when I meditate, it's about being here. It's about being present. It's calming. It's how I can get my brain to just chill for a minute. So it's my me time. I'm relaxed. So then when I come out of my meditation, I'm relaxed, I'm calm, I know, where I'm going. So I come out of my meditation after 10 minutes. Now, granted, I wake up, my gratitude, I'll take about 5 minutes. While I'm stretching everything, I'm stretching my arms, my shoulders, my back, my legs, everything, 5 minutes. My cold shower, 10 minutes. So I'm 15 minutes after waking up. My meditation is 10 minutes, so 25 minutes after waking up. So I've only burned 25 minutes of my day. So then I'm going to go into journaling for 20 minutes. So 20 minutes of journaling. What is that going to accomplish? Now, when you wake up, how many of you know exactly what you're going to do for the day, why you're going to do that, and how you're going to do it? Not many. If you do, then hats off to you, because before I started this journey, I had no idea what I was going to, I just gambled about through the day. Whatever I did was what I did. But journaling for me is about starting each day with clarity. What do I want to accomplish? Why do I want to accomplish it? How am I going to, and what is it going to affect? So why am I going to do something? So for me, I journal. It's a brain dump of all the tasks that I want to accomplish today. Like this morning, I woke up, I knew I wanted to do a podcast episode. I knew what I wanted to do the podcast episode on. I knew who I was specifically talking to, why I wanted to specifically talk about this concept. and why I feel it's going to benefit your life. And I also talk about how can I deliver this message to the best of my ability to where it's going to help the maximum amount. So with that being said, journaling is a great way to start each day with clarity. So you're starting each day grateful, you're starting each day energized, you're starting each day calm, and you're starting each day with clarity. So power morning. Okay. So you're ready for the day. So you've got 5 minutes for gratitude, 10 minutes for a cold shower, 10 minutes for meditation. So you're in 5, 10, 25 minutes, and then 45 minutes for your meditation. And then I usually read for 45 minutes. So you're an hour and a half. So that's an hour and a half every day when I wake up. So I read for 45 minutes. Now, some people say they read for 30 minutes, but I don't usually go by time. I go by pages. I read 20 pages of a book every single day. Now, why do I read every single day? Because instead of watching TV and kind of escaping the world, right? We're watching TV, we're getting out of the world, kind of getting our escape. And, even though we're watching shows that we like, it's something that brings us joy. And it's something that we enjoy. And it's something that it's wasting time. It's, even though it's something that we enjoy, it's not something that's going to progress our life any better. Yeah, it's something that may motivate us. It's something that may inspire us, but how often are we going to take action from that? Hardly ever, because what's going to happen? You're going to watch an episode of a show. It's going to be really good. It's going to motivate and inspire you, but it's going to be so damn good. You're going to watch another episode. So I read for 45 minutes. I'll read my 20 pages of a book. It takes me about 45 minutes. So after I get done reading, I read my 20 pages. I write down any key points, or I highlight in the book any key points that I want to remember. And then I'll think about it for the rest of the day. Like, okay, that was really good in that book. And I'll think, how can I implement that in my life? So not only am I reading, but I'm going back over studying the concepts that I'm getting from this book. I'm studying, I'm remembering, I'm locking it in my brain. Not only am I locking it in my brain, but I'm brainstorming of how I'm going to implement this into my life that's going to make my life better. So with that being said, you're taking it a whole nother step higher, if you catch my drift. Now, if reading is not for you, if you're not a reader, then there are audiobooks. Audible is a great tool. I love Audible. I listen to audiobooks if I'm cooking, if I'm washing the dishes, if I'm cleaning the house, if I'm exercising, if I'm driving to and from work, or if I'm driving to and from anywhere. I've always got audiobook going. So if you're not a big reader, listen to an audiobook, but don't just let it go in one ear and write out the other. Get you a little notebook. I've got a whole collection of little pocket notebooks. Write stuff down, and get out your phone and take a note or something like that. Just keep little snippets of stuff that you got from that audiobook that can change your life, and stuff that you really feel that you need to implement that's going to make your life better. And it's stuff like that that's going to be able to, in the long run, do the best for you. So why does a good morning routine make a difference? Because we've already talked about, you're going to start the day grateful for what you have. Because like I said, there's a lot of people. Number one, there's a lot of people that did not wake up this morning. Number two, there's a lot of people that don't have the stuff that you have, stuff that we take for granted on a daily basis, like running water. There's a lot of people that don't have shelter. There's a lot of people that don't have clothes. There's a lot of people that don't have hair, that can't afford hair gel to do our hair and look nice every single day. And it's things like that that we take for granted. So we have to be grateful every single day. And the meditation and the journaling and the things like that, it starts each day with clarity. And when we start each day with clarity, it's easier to have a purpose. And when we have a purpose, it's easier to make a difference in the world. And I know a lot of people just gamble about, and a lot of people just go through their day and they complain about things that are happening in the world, and they complain about this and they complain about that. But how many people are actually taking action to change things? Hardly any. If you're complaining about something that's going on in the world, but you're not taking action to do anything about it, you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. Complaining is not going to change anything. And waiting to depend on the government to change it, or waiting to depend on the next election to change it, is not going to do anything, because nobody is coming. Nobody's coming. The best way that I could tell you to get over it is to work on yourself, work on your mindset, because you have to learn to roll with the punches, because how you deal with the world is going to affect your life way more than what's going on outside in the world. So a morning routine set with clarity and gratitude and balance is going to be the key to your successful life, whether that means financial success, or business success, or employment success, or just happiness success. It all depends on you. It doesn't depend on anybody else. So we talked about morning routines, and we talked about everything else. So we're going to talk now. I wanted to bring up something: the physical activity. Now, like I said, I'm already an hour and a half into my morning routine. So for a lot of people that work the 8 to 5, like I said, the chosen few that work the 8 to 5, if you're getting up at 6 o'clock, you're already cutting it close. So the next step would be, you're going to have to get up early. You're going to have to get up early. Or as Grant Cardone and a lot of the entrepreneurs will tell you, beat the sun up. If you are awake after the sun's up, you're already up too late. Kobe Bryant would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he would already be at the gym at 3:30, way before anybody else was already awake. And he would always say, nobody will outwork me. Nobody will outwork me. If my enemy, or if my opponent is at the gym at 4 o'clock, I'm going to be at the gym at 3 o'clock, because he knew that he had to have the advantage. Now, by waking up early, you're already gaining the advantage over everybody else at your job, or everybody else in the field of the business that you own or that you want to run. So you have to wake up early. So if you work 8 to 5, you should be getting up no later than 5 o'clock. Now, if you get up at 5 o'clock and you start your morning routine, then this right now where we're at will have you ending at 6:30. So at 6:30, you still got an hour and a half before you even got to be at work. So if you've got an hour if you got an hour commute to work, so then you still got 30 minutes to burn. Now, you could use that getting ready or whatever, but a lot of people will, eat breakfast or whatever. I've never been much of a breakfast person myself, but a lot of people have quick breakfast and whatnot, but you had to make the most of your time, especially in the mornings, because the morning is how you start your day. If you're wasting time in the morning, you're going to waste time for the rest of the day. So you have to get up early, start each day with gratitude, start each day with clarity, and then start each day with positivity. I hope everybody catches my drift. So I hope I have driven this home. I hope everybody can really get a grasp of how a good morning routine can really make a difference, not only in your day, but in your life. And I know this is a big, big thing, because it's going to take a lot of practice. For me, a morning routine was a stumble. I stumbled a lot when I started, because number one, I didn't want to wake up early. For the most part, I've been a second and third shift guy for the most part my entire working career. So waking up early wasn't in the cards for me. However, you can always flip it. If you work second and third shift right now, at my day job, I work 3:45 in the evening to 2:15 in the morning. So when I get off at 2:15 a.m., I come home, take a quick shower, wash up, and then I go straight to bed. I'm in bed usually about 3:30. So 3:30, and then I get up at 8:30. So I'm up at 8:30. I do my morning routine from 8:30 to 10:30, and then it's on with my day. I know exactly what I'm planning out for each day. I know exactly when I'm going to do it, and then I know exactly how my day is going to go. And whenever I do that, the transition is so smooth. And then I know for a fact that everything that I have to do, all the goals that I have set, are going to be easily completed. Do you see how easy that is? Do you see how much easier life is whenever you set each day with clarity and you know for a fact what you're getting into every single day? That's the message that I'm trying to drive home. I hope you guys caught it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Unstruggled Mindset podcast. Oh, please share this episode. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in on YouTube, everybody who's tuning in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Amazon, Audible. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next week on the Unstruggled Mindset podcast. Have a great day.